kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ready? Check, 154. 3 bud. Check. Check 9. Watch the shit. Yo. Watch the shit.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let him know. Alert flag. Check 26. Shit. Watch the shit. Flag.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
36.
Gun.
He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Check.
Gun.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Hey, click him.
Watch out. Kill.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
3rd some short yardage. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. On the return, it's James. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
54. It's been a long day for you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now a handoff looking right. He's going to have the first down past the 20. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 91 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Rip left. Under 10, 10.
Watch it, 50.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Slam.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Vikings nothing.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The hot! 180! Record! Hey, Ken! Rose!
Check 43! Watch the eye!
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
7 at the 47-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Steamer! Gun.
Hold this. Check safety, check safety.
Gun.
51's the mic. Check, 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 check.
Now Cook running right. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
Gun.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Twin.
Hey, 382, left 50. 2. Wide. Hot.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Going deep for... He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 48 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Barely got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
11.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going to give this time to the tailback. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And now off to the races, down the right side. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But now it'll be 3rd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On play action, now Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Gold missed it. It's no good. Wide right for Gold, and this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, it's Coleman. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you just...
And a loose football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, watch that play. Check 24. Check 24. Good dash. Go.
Throwing is Cousins. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They run it again with Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check, check. Check, check, check.
Gun.
That's mine. I got him. Mike, 50.
Hey, can't.
Hey, we have you here.
Now Cousins. Forced out to his left. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
I got you, boy.
They will run again with Coleman. And an alley to run. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 25 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and a couple, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
He's going to have the first down past the 20. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 93 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. So the victory here for San Francisco.